What's going on YouTube? Jeans here. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are bringing you guys Hydrapple in Ranked Regulation Age. Now, when it comes to Hydrapple, this Pokemon is one of my favorite out of the Apple family. You got Dipplin, you got Appleton, Flapple, Hydrapple, and you could count Applin, but Applin's the first evolution of all these Pokemon. But still, Hydrapple's my favorite one out of all the apples. Actually, I don't know. Hydrapple or Appleton? I don't know. They're both super sick, but like I said, we're using Hydrapple today in this Trick Room team, and this Pokemon is okay outside of Trick Room, but it really thrives with Trick Room, which is why we're using it with like Gardevoir and Indeedee. Now, this Hydrapple right here is rocking Regenerator as its ability to get HP back every time it swaps out. It's also holding the Assault Vest with the Water Terror type, and it has a great move pool of Energy Ball, Earth Power, Fickle Beam, and Pollen Puff. Speaking of great move pools, we also have Emboar on the scene. Now, Emboar is rocking Reckless as its ability, alongside with the Choice Band as an item to make this thing do an absurd amount of damage. It's got Close Combat, it's got Wild Charge, Flare Blitz, and Iron Head, so 2 coverage and 2 stat moves for big time damage for Emboar. Now, our final 4 Pokemon are all going to kind of be categorized under the Trick Room side of things. You got Arachnid, you got Gardevoir, Indeedee, and Ursaluna. Ursaluna obviously has Guts and Flame Orb, there for big time physical attacking damage. Indeedee's going to be our Trick Room setter, same thing with Follow Me user. Arachnid, going to be a solid physical attacker with Wide Guard. And last but not least, Gardevoir's going to be a special attacker, or a solid special attacker with a Life Orb, and it can also pop Trick Room itself. Guys, want to run the team for yourself? Rental code is at the top right hand corner, and if you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, let's hop into match number 1, showcasing Hydrapple in Ranked Regulation Age. Meowscarada in match number 1, alongside with Archaludon, Incineroar, Grimmsnarl, Milotic, and Sinistra. Now, Grimmsnarl seems to be as one of the most annoying Pokemon that I always go up against. It just sets screens so easily, and it is a pain in the neck to kind of get around. But they also have Archaludon. That Pokemon is top tier. I want to set up Trick Room. I got to go into either Gardevoir and Indeedee, or I could just go into both, right? I could, but they're definitely going to lead Grimmsnarl, right? Grimmsnarl's got to be the play. So I could just go into like you alongside with Hydrapple, or just like Emboar. All of our Pokemon are pretty slow, right? They are pretty slow. I mean, they could go into like Incineroar here for the lead, which could be a little bit tougher for us. So it kind of make me want to go into like Hydrapple. Hydrapple's got some good moves. It really does. That Earth Power, Fickle Beam. You got a lot going for you. But you know what? I'm going to go into Hydrapple right here with Indeedee. We are going to bring Gardevoir. And last but not least, we're going to go Ursaluna here. A little bit of Ursaluna action. We definitely need Gardevoir for a big time special attacker. But Pokemon that's going to be annoying me is going to be this Grimmsnarl, man. Like, screens are a pain in the neck. Hopefully they just don't bring it and they just leave it out of the picture. We don't want to deal with screens. Screens are so annoying, but they're so good. That's why Grimmsnarl is my favorite support Pokemon of all time. Because when I first started playing in the Sword and Shield, early days of Sword and Shield, when Sword and Shield first came out, Grimmsnarl was just so good then, and I always used to use it, and now it's so good now, so like I'm still using it, so I just use it so much. It's just so good just not to use. But they end up going into their top 2 Pokemon, Archaludon alongside with Grimmsnarl. I mean, Trick Room's got to be the play here. It has got to be the play. I mean, we could just go into like an Earth Power and chip up some damage onto you, which I think is going to be our play because you got to be setting a screen. You have got to be setting a screen. I think you have to be setting a screen. I don't think you're going for Spirit Break. Yeah, you do set up a screen. So the screen pops out here. You could go for Electroshock, Power Herb. That is a problem. Or you are going to go for Snarl, which actually sucks even more. That is brutal. A little bit of Snarl action. Oh, man. Give me a crit here. Give me a crit here. Help me out a little bit. Oh, my lord. Oh, my lord. -6 damage. -6 damage. Now, Trick Room pops. I gotta go into Ursaluna here. We need Ursaluna. We absolutely need Ursaluna. So we're just going to simply go for a Follow Me here. Just try to soak up some moves here and just go into Ursaluna. I mean, I could go into you, but nothing crazy. We're going to go into Ursaluna and try to get that Headlong Rush going. Try to get that Headlong Rush flying. So I'm going to swap the Hydrapple. I knew this match was going to be tough right off the rip. I knew it was going to be tough. I'm going to go into our Ursaluna bear. Follow Me pops out here. We're just trying to protect the bear for a little bit while it sets up its Guts, Flame Orb, all that good stuff. Foul Play is going to launch here, and we soak that all day. And he takes some Rocky Helmet damage, which is just a gorgeous sight to see. Snarl does launch, which is fine. Indeedee's soaking again, which is massive for us. And from here, we might just Helping Hand Headlong Rush, right? Possibility, definitely possibility. Probably what we want to do here. Yeah, I'm all about it. Helping Hand, Headlong Helping Hand, Headlong Rush. I could go into you, but I'm going to go into this slot. I mean, who could you have that you could swap into? Nothing crazy. I mean, you could obviously go for Terror type. I could read it and just dump on this Grimmsnarl. But I mean, Grimmsnarl's going to set up Reflect, and he's just going to kind of be annoying. So I'm trying to get rid of this this Archludon, who is going to Terrasilize. I swear, if this is flying, I'm getting off. It's got to be like Fairy or something, right? Water. Okay, I can deal with water. I can deal with water. Now, Headlong Rush should still do respectable damage here. I know he's +1 on defense. Reflect's probably going up, right? I would think Reflect would be going out. And no, it doesn't. So no Reflect, Headlong Rush, enough damage. That's huge because we got rid of Terror type as well. Terror type gone. It's gorgeous. It's lovely. We got Trick Room for a couple more turns. I'll take that turn all day. It's a big time turn for us. Archludon gone, Terror type gone, and Grimmsnarl is going to end up going into Foul Play, which we should soak. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, Foul Play always does like weird amount of damage. I know because it goes based off your attack stat. So like sometimes it hits hard, sometimes it doesn't. I can't really gauge it. But that time we're able to soak. They go into Incineroar, who is going to intimidate me. They can't fake out, which is good news. And I could just go into another Headlong Rush, which I'm going to do. I'm going to do it, right? I might as well. I might as well. You don't have Terror type. You can't fake me out. I might as well just go Helping Hand with this Headlong Rush. Let's just try to get rid of this Incineroar. Let's just do it. I know -1 attack, but still Helping Hand boost, stab, guts, super effective. Get on out of here. Simple play for us. Simple plays, boys. Simple plays, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Incineroar gone. Archludon gone. We have Gardevoir if we want to reset Trick Room. We still have our lovely Hydrapple ready to go. But at this point, I think Gardevoir's our play, right? Helping Hand Moonblast, potentially? What's your speed at? What's your speed at? 79. Oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. We still have Terra. Can't forget about Terra type. And let's see who their final Pokemon is. Because I could go into Expanded Force if I want to, but I think going after Grimmsnarl could be our play. It's going to be Sinistcha. I'm not really worried about Sinistcha. I got Prankster on this bad boy now, which is kind of funny. Hospitality's going to heal you up. I think we just go into Helping Hand Moonblast now. Right? Helping Hand Moonblast? How slow are you, Indeedee? Because would it be more valuable for me to just go for like a Psychic here? I could just double down on Sinistcha. We're going to Helping Hand Moonblast. I know you got Light Screen up, but let's do as much damage as we can at this point. Helping Hand's just going crazy right now. It really is. It's such a good move. So Helping Hand comes out here. Moonblast, stab, super effective Life Orb. Does take out Grimmsnarl through Light Screen. Get on out of here. Helping Hand is just OP, man. When you get it set up like this and you're just steamrolling opponents, it's amazing. Hex is going to fly, which is actually going to do respectable damage here. Yeah, that did some good damage, but Trick Room's going to end, and I can just follow me, set up another Trick Room, and just win this game, correct? Is that a correct statement I can do? We're going to give it a try. We're so going to give it a try. And they just cancel match, so they don't think their little cup of tea is going to beat us. I don't think so either. We start off 1-0. Looking to go back-to-back here in match number 2. Scizor, Garchomp, Tyranitar, Glimmora, Gastrodon, and Hydreigon. Now this team, super dope, super hyper offensive as well. We don't really have any water moves besides Liquidation on Arachnid, so we're not going to have to worry about Storm Drain Gastrodon too much. Trick Room obviously going to be our focal point, so we want to actually lead a Trick Room setter, whether it be Indeedee or Gardevoir. They don't have any Fake Out users, but they do have a Bullet Punch user, so kind of making me want to go into Indeedee here rather than Gardevoir to set the Trick Room again. And on top of that, maybe just lead it with Emboar. I mean, Emboar's got a wide variety of moves, and I'm ready to rock out with it. So I'm going to go Emboar. I'm going to go Hydrapple. And last but not least, got to go in with the Ursaluna or the Gardevoir. I'm kind of leaning towards Gardevoir here because Gardevoir not only does big time damage, it's going to be super effective into Garchomp, T-Tar, Hydreigon, and Glimmora with Psychic moves. So that's 4 Pokemon plus. You can reset Trick Room with Gardevoir. Yeah. I'm done thinking. I'm done thinking. Gardevoir it is. Lock it in. Lock it down. Your boy's sitting 1-0 so far. Hot start for us. Let's go 2-0 and guarantee ourselves a winning record. But yeah, I've been having actually a lot of fun with Regulation H. I know it's actually coming to an end with the new format coming out, and I believe they're bringing back one restricted Pokemon. I'm not too sure how it differs from the old one. But yeah, we're going back to restricted formats. And we're going to try to make the best of it because everybody knows restricted formats are kind of and they're fun for the first month, but once you use all the restricted Pokemon, it's kind of like, this is annoying. But Regulation H, I had a ton of fun with, because like we're using Pokemon like Emboar, who are somewhat viable in this format. And yeah, I don't know, it's just a lot of fun with all the variety. But they're going to end up going into Hydreigon. I feel pretty much forced to Terrasilize here to pop Trick Room. And on top of that, we are just going to go into a close combat here. And look to just dump on T-Tar. I could actually dump on Hydreigon, but T-Tar seems like the bigger threat, so I'm just going to try to get rid of him. And I'm going to Terrasilize here at the same time. A little bit of Choice Band. Usually you don't want to lead Emboar, because it's so slow and it's usually not going to get off a turn. But I feel like as in this instance, we should be able to get off a turn. And then be able to pop Trick Room, maybe get off another turn, which would be nice. And Terrasilize, and Earth Power launches from Hydreigon here and does a nice chunk of damage. You go for Rock Slide probably, and you go for Knockoff. So this works perfectly. This works perfectly. Everybody, see that T-Tar? Wave bye-bye to it. Everybody wave bye-bye to T-Tar. My Rocky Helmet's gone, but at the cost of this. See you later, T-Tar. 4 times super effective. Get it on out my face. On top of that, Trick Room's here. Everybody, get going for Trick Room. Trick Room is here. So we get Trick Room off. We get a KO on top of that. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Now, Emboar, I don't know how to feel about Emboar. I love Tepig as a starter, but Emboar, meh, right? Not the greatest of starter evolutions, right? I do love it shiny, however, right? Those blue flames always look dope on any Pokemon. But the blue flames look the best on Ponyta. Like, Ponyta shiny is the real deal. So, now that they see we have close combat, we're choice into this. What Terra type could you have, Hydreigon? Poison, potentially? You could Hard Swap, but like, who's soaking this close combat? I could just go in with the ye old Helping Hand play, or I could just simply follow me and try to keep Emboar on the field as long as I can. I think that's more so my play. Yeah, we're going to close combat in this Hydreigon. I knew they were going to Terrasilize. I should have launched it into the Gastro slot. I should have. Now, what Terra type are you going into? I'm hoping it's Poison, right? It's Electric. I mean, Electric's fine. I was just hoping it wasn't trying to think of a typing that like Psychic or something like that would be not very effective for, or Fairy. So Earth Power is going to launch here. Gastron's actually slowest on the field, which is pretty surprising. Emboar's going to go next. He's going to close combat, launch big time damage with a Choice Band, bringing him down the red. But my defense is absolutely hot garbage right now. -2 Terra Blast going to launch, and it's just going to take out my Indeedee, which is no big deal. No big deal. Now I can bring out Hydrapple and really get playing, because Gastrodon's just going to be sitting here in trouble, right? Yeah, I mean, 4 times weak to grass, and Energy Ball will just dump on this little slug. And I can just spam close combat onto this left slot, right? Yeah, because we got speed going. Actually, do we have speed going? 46. Hydrapple, you gotta be slower than that Gastrodon. You got min speed as your nature. You gotta be slower than this Gastrodon. If not, I mean, we die or we lose Emboar, which is pretty bad news. I think I'm just gonna attack this Hydreigon regardless. Because the thing is, this is such a safe play, just attacking the Hydreigon. And the reason I say it's a safe play. Actually, no. We're going to look to win this match here. There's no way that this thing's slower. Let's go. Close combat here. Yeah, okay, cool. Hydrapple, I love you. I was going to say, okay, Gastrodon gone. We're going to get rid of Hydreigon. But the reason I was going to switch and go Earth Power into Hydreigon, because on the off chance that Gastrodon was faster than my Hydrapple, then at that point, Gastrodon would have KO'd my Emboar, probably with like Earth Power. Then my Hydrapple would have KO'd Gastrodon, but that would leave Hydreigon on the field. And then Hydreigon would have KO'd my Hydrapple with like Draco Meteor. Would have been a problem, would have turned into a 2v1, and I wouldn't have liked it. But, which is, that is the reasoning why I want to just attack the Hydreigon. Whereas, the other way, we would have lost both Pokemon, but if I attacked the Hydreigon, I would have just, Gastrodon would have taken out the Emboar, Hydreigon would have taken out Hydrapple, turned into a 2v2, and we would have been fine. But yeah, I went with the risky play. It worked out. Now I can just go into Fickle Beam. I can go into close combat, and I believe we're going to see another cancel match. Potentially. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe we can end it on a Fickle Beam. That'd be nice. It's always fun when Fickle Beam goes all out, but that one did not go all out. That was just normal damage Fickle Beam. It's all good. Close combat, clean this one up. Trick Room is just dominating today. It is dominating. 2-0. We already guaranteed ourselves a winning record. So far, so good. Your boy is sitting 2-0. Would love to grab you guys a perfect record, but we're going up against Gargonackle, a Pokemon that I haven't really seen in a good bit, but the rest of the squad is pretty strong. Incineroar, Dondozo, Alolan Ninetales alongside with Goldengo, and Sneasy, the Sneasler. The Sneasler. Now, we don't have weather control, so they can pretty much just set up Weavile, which could get ugly real quick, making me kind of just want to go into, like, Indeedee Gardevoir. I feel like that's a solid lead unless they lead Incineroar. And I feel like that's an off chance that they lead Incineroar, so I'm just going to end up going into both of these two. From here, we're going to continue with our Hydrapple action. I just like this Pokemon so much. Even though it's not the best here, I will admit it, but obviously Hydrapple is going to be on the thumbnail, so I want to use this Pokemon as much as I can. So Hydrapple coming in here, and then we either want Emboar or Ursaluna, and I'm kind of leaning towards Ursaluna just because of how strong it is, right? I mean, Emboar is obviously hitting hard, but it's typing with the fire and the fighting. It really gets beat up on by that Gargonackle and the Dondozo. It's like, insane. Whereas Ursaluna is just a bit bulkier, works a bit better in Trick Room, and Facade with Guts and Flame Orb is just OP. It just dumps on Pokemon. Same thing with Headlong Rush. Like, you guys seen it in match number 1. We were just helping handing with Indeedee, using Headlong Rush. Bye. Even through screens, it didn't matter. Even though they didn't have a screen up. But even if they did, it didn't matter. It just didn't matter. But Gargonackle comes out here alongside with Goldengo. We end up going into Gardevoir and Indeedee. Now, the combo right here is pretty mediocre. I mean, Expanded Force can do okay damage. We do get Purifying Salt, which is pretty cool. You get a little bit of Purifying Salt, and I could just drop an Expanded Force, which I think I'm gonna do. Do you think they're gonna double down into Indeedee? There's a possibility. I mean, I got Fairy typing, but I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna pop the Trick Room. How fast are you, Gardevoir? Might just want to protect your turn 1. 79. Alright, yeah. We're gonna protect Gardevoir. So instead of just attacking, let's just go for a nice little protect, and nope, not following me. We want to go for Trick Room. Protect, Trick Room. Keep it simple. Gotta get off this Trick Room before we get ahead of ourselves. So protect the Gardevoir. I can see him make it rain fine. Yep, there it is. Question is, do they double down the Gardevoir or Indeedee here? Indeedee actually soaks really well. We should be able to soak up whatever Gargonackle has to offer. You're just gonna Salt Clear me. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You can Salt Clear me all day because I'm getting off this Trick Room. That's really all that Indeedee's here for, right? Indeedee's just here to set up the Trick Room. We really get thriving out here. So Salt Cure is gonna chip up a little bit of damage on Indeedee. Nothing crazy. I'm fine with that. What is that? 1/8? I think it's 1/8. It goes like 1/4 if you're Steel or Water. But from here, Expanded Force should be able to do really good damage. I mean, Life Orb, Helping Hand boost it. Stab. You have Fairy Terror type, right? No, Poison. I was going to say, if you have Psychic, we might want to send it. But yeah, I'm just going to go Expanded Force. I mean, playing it simple today. We're playing it real simple today with this squad. So out comes Helping Hand. I know it's not very effective in the Goldengo, but still, damage. The damage is still going to be good. He's going to end up being slower than us, so he gets off the Salt Cure, which is a little rough for us. And all my Pokemon are just Salt Cured up. Expanded Force flies. The damage is absurd, to say the least. And Gargonackle's going to eat up on a berry. What berry was that? What is that? Your special defense boosting. Wow. You don't see that too often. Make it rain flies. We're going to say bye-bye to both our Pokemon. Actually, Gardevoir survives. You know Gardevoir's going to die out here to Salt Cure. Gardevoir is dead. I mean, it's going to survive the first Salt Cure, but I think Gargonackle just attacks it again, right? 15 HP. Beautiful. Just what we wanted. Now, I could go into Hydrapple, but, I mean, going into you might be the play. Actually, who do we want to go into here? I think we'd rather just set up this boy. Let's do this. Ursaluna comes out here. We're going to save Hydrapple for the back end. I mean, Gardevoir's dead. Gardevoir is dead here. Unless, I mean, if I get off an Expanded Force, that'd be beautiful. I'll go for Expanded Force. I think Ice Punch should be able to KO Gargonackle. I'm really hoping it can. You're actually slower. And it doesn't. Any pop or recover. Okay, that's actually not a bad turn. I'll take that turn. Because Expanded Force actually still might be able to KO. It's going to KO the Goldengo, which is good news. It doesn't KO Gargonackle, but we know we're slower. But my whole thought process there was I really don't want to lower my defense this early in the match. Let's just wait a second. So, that was my play, and he lived on 1 HP. Which is fine. I mean, Ursaluna outspeeds it right now. I get off the Guts trigger. Ice Punch will now KO it with the Guts. That's good news, but I can just bring out Hydrapple and get after it. So they still have Terror type. We still have Terror type. They have 3 Pokemon. We have 2, but I got the Trick Room and I got the heavy hitters ready to go. None of my Pokemon are Salt Cured yet. I'm actually glad they recovered because I would have hated to be Salt Cured there. And the Golden Apple comes out here. And Incineroar also comes out here. Okay, Incineroar. I hate Incineroar, man. I hate it. Alright, so attacks drop and they can't fake out, which is really lovely news. Definitely want to just toss an Energy Ball in this slot. You are special defense boosted, but I feel like you gotta pick and choose here. I could just go for like Facade here. But no, I'm gonna go for Headlong Rush. We want the damage. They go for Fake Out. Oh my lord. We're in Master Tier too. We are in Master Tier, so this works out perfectly. This is gonna be double KO for the victory. This is gonna be double KO set up a 2v1. I love it. Bad Fake Out play. I do that sometimes, but come on, man. You gotta be better than that. You gotta be better than that. We're on our A game today, though. We're on our A game today. We're on our A game. Showing the Pokemon world that I got it. I got it. I can play good. I can play good. There's a lot of times I wake up, I'm kind of like tired, and I make like stupid plays. But like today, I'm locking in. Today, I'm locking in. Thinking about my turns, speaking it all out loud. I feel like my commentary was on A+ today, right? This is how I want. This is how I thrive or try to be every day. I try to be like this every day. Hopefully, I can start being better. Hopefully, I can start being better for you guys. But Energy Ball's gonna fly. They still have Terror. Do I switch it? I'm just gonna go Fickle Beam here. I feel like you gotta switch it. Yeah, you gotta Terrasilize here. I'm also gonna Terrasilize you into Ghost and just go into a Facade here. A little bit of Facade action. And I'd be surprised if they don't Terrasilize, but Fickle Beam should still do a nice chunk of damage. I could see this Dondozo being just like Fisher Dondozo, considering it's kind of here without Tatsugiri. That's kind of where you see the Fisher Dondozos come out to play. But I go into a Ghost Terror type, and he does Terrasilize, and Fickle Beam does mediocre damage. And Facade, can you clean up? I know you're -1, but you're still doing that damage, dude. Ursaluna is a god in this game. Both forms. They really are. They're so good. But hey, 3-0 perfect record with this Hydrapple team. We killed it. Look at us. Emboar, Hydrapple, 3-0 perfect record. Who would have thought these two off-meta Pokemon absolutely shine in today's video? Indeed, Ursaluna Gardevoir also really well. We didn't get to use Araquanid, but Araquanid really niche with the Wide Guard. It can do some damage, but I'm really happy with what we did today. Emboar, Hydrapple, like, dude, 2 off-meta Pokemon. Haven't used them in so long, and they just killed it. I mean, Energy Ball doing big-time damage, Fickle Beam, then Emboar with Close Combat, Choice Band, Reckless. The damage is just through the roof. It really is. But guys, that is going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy the content, don't forget to smash that like button for me. And if you're new here, click that big red subscribe button so you know when all of my videos go live. Seriously, you guys rock out. Make sure you spread some positive today, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.